Hey guys, we are here in Mexico celebrating one of their most iconic and colorful traditions. It's Dia De Los Muertos. So come join us in Sayulitas.
Bienvenidos to a very special and colorful episode this week. We are in the beautiful little town of Sayulitas, where they are famous for surfing and a wonderful array of Mexican tradition, one of them being celebrating Dia De Los Muertos. We happen to be in Mexico during this time, so we decided to get off the boat today and come and check out the town and experience Dia De Los Muertos for ourselves. We did not bring Rigby along, only because this is a very colorful and fun holiday, but at the end of the day, it is still a very valued and important tradition. Today, people celebrate their lost ones and also mourn some of their lost ones as well, and we just didn't think that it would be appropriate to walk around while people are doing their thing with a dog. So we took her to a very nice hotel. She is getting a VIP treatment, she's getting a spa treatment, she's fine. And we are here to enjoy, observe, and experience. We really hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Though it may be strange to some, the Day of the Dead is a celebration full of color, music, dancing, and rejoicing. It's a 2-day celebration where it is believed that the passageway between the real world and the spirit world opens up so our deceased loved ones can come back to visit us. The traditions surrounding the Day of the Dead are rich with cultural influence and true to Mexican style, but as beautiful and extravagant as it all seems, every item that is set in place to prepare for these days plays a special and significant role in its own unique way.
The tradition of Day of the Dead dates back to Aztec times, and even though things are celebrated a little bit differently now, the meaning behind it is still the same. Back in the day, they used to take a day and celebrate their loved ones by providing food and water, maybe their favorite snack or something like that, to help remember their loved ones. Nowadays, they do that, and they also put up ofrendas. Those are altars in English, and they kind of look like this example. And what they do is they'll get a picture of the person who's passed away, and they'll decorate it maybe with the person's favorite color. Sometimes they'll add different kind of things. You'll see like a big altar here sometimes, and they'll put candles, and they'll sometimes go as far as adding silly things, like for example, this guy really likes cigarettes and Coca-Cola, so they made him a wonderful offering. And the reason behind this is obviously to remember and celebrate them, but these kinds of things are like a beacon to help guide the spirits on this day, today, and tomorrow to come back and visit us here in the land of the living. They're making an ofrenda right now. So they're taking this area right now to make an ofrenda for tonight's festivities. So by this evening, this is gonna look beautiful and wonderful, right ladies? That's right. Gracias. Let me get all the colors. Then we have the beautiful marigold flower. You'll see this particular flower all over the place. You'll see it on the altars, you'll see it in the burial sites, and the reason for this, that they use this particular flower, is that it is believed that because of the very bright, beautiful color and the very strong smell, it is supposed to help guide the spirits back to the land of the living for this night, and it's very beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall for this one and let you guys know that I'm gonna actually be reading this tradition off of my tablet, because one of the beautiful things about traveling is getting to know the culture, but we respect very much the cultures of different parts of the world, and I don't want to be saying things that aren't real or that might offend somebody who's, from Mexico. So with that being said, the papel picado behind me is also a very important, special, and integral part of Mexican culture. So this art comes traditionally from the Aztec tradition as well, of chiseling spirit figures onto the wood. So nowadays, during the Day of the Dead, they use it by stringing them along the altar, stringing them down the streets, and ofrendas as well have them. The ofrendas have other things that are going to showcase fire, water, earth, and air, and papel picado is specifically used to represent air.
The skeleton figures that are so prominent in today's festivities came about at the beginning of the 19th century when cartoonist and social activist José Guadalupe Posada drew La Catrina to protest the Mexican people's desire to look more European. Today, La Catrina has become one of the biggest symbols of the Day of the Dead, with people painting their faces with skulls and flowers.
Last but not least, whenever you think of Dia de los Muertos, the first thing that comes to mind are sugar skulls. And this is also a tradition that dates back from Aztec times as well. Back then, the Aztec warriors used to collect the skulls of the vanquished and kind of use them as trophies and celebrate their dead in another kind of way. Nowadays, they use the skulls, but it's not so violent now, and they use them and they decorate them like you see behind me as more of a decoration during these holidays. Behind us, well, behind Kurt, they're getting the plaza ready. They've got people putting up decorations and getting everything ready. There's going to be a festival tonight of sorts. There's going to be a concert, some music, some food. So we're going to go find our hotel at some point today, drop off our stuff, get ready, and come back and see what it's all about.
Although we are here for the festivities this weekend, this charming little beachfront town has everything you could want for a weekend getaway or even a day trip any time of the year. International and local cultures intertwine with one another, creating an interesting, vibrant, and eclectic ambiance full of shops, art, restaurants, and music. Here you will find a friendly community of surfers and beachgoers who share their love of the ocean.
Well, this vlogging life is not all glamorous, and today we did not schedule things exactly right. We wanted to get here early enough to get some footage, but we got here too early to check in, so we've been lugging luggage all over this town, and it's getting a little tiring. So right now, I'm ready for some refreshment. How about some tequila tasting?
Oh, yes, please.
Let's do it.
Of course, you can't pass up an opportunity to sample some tequila while you're in Mexico, especially if you're in the state of Jalisco. There are many little stores all around the area that take great pride in their collection.
We've got the taste of the Sierra Mountains right now. El sabor de la montaña. Here we go.
Cheers.
Suave. Montañosa. No, I don't know. Oh, those for me? Oh, thank you.
Every region has their
Just
own
kidding.
style and flavor, and their creators are very passionate in educating you on the quality of their work. Muchas gracias, and shout out to the lovely señoritas at La Selecta for giving us a much needed work break.
So I don't really know how to start this conversation, because it's always been a conversation that's hard for me. It's always been hard for me, but my father passed away a few years ago from colon cancer. Very, very rough, very harsh, very traumatizing for my family and for myself. And it's just something that I've carried with me all my life. And ironically enough, his favorite culture, besides Dominican culture, of course, was Mexican culture. He loved the music, he loved the mariachi, he loved the tequila, and I think it's really cool that we're here in Sayulita celebrating Dia De Los Muertos. So I decided to do a last minute idea, and we're gonna try to make him a little small impromptu ofrenda. And because it's last minute, we're gonna just try to find the basic things. So the first thing we need is a candle to help light his spirit to this land. We're gonna try to find some Marigold. I'm gonna try to find a Heineken beer, because that was his favorite beer. If I can't find the Heineken, sorry Dad, you're gonna have to stick with Corona. Everyone likes Corona, but I'll try to get you a Heineken. And I'm gonna try to get a picture of him, and we're gonna see how that works out. Artículo número 2, chequeado. Artículo número 3, chequeado. Awesome, it's working. So I don't know if I mentioned it or not earlier, but today on the 1st, they actually are celebrating Dia de los Angelitos, which is the day of the little angels. So they separate the days. Day 1 is for the children who have passed, and tomorrow is for the adults. So at midnight, that's why they do the march to the cemetery, because it's kind of like kicking off the Day of the Dead for everyone. But today, it's about the little angelitos. Sun's down, so I took my hat off and I put my other hat on.
This year they're not doing a march to the cemetery at midnight, but we wanted to come out here anyways and see the cemetery and see how the families have decorated and how they're enjoying and rejoicing with their lost loved ones and trying to reconnect on this Day of the Dead. So it's really special, really cool how these cemeteries are built up into the hills and how everybody's spending so much time getting their cemetery, the gravestones cleaned and decorated.
Yeah, they're spending all day making them look really pretty and really nice.
It's really nice. So now we are gonna head back to the hotel, get our faces painted, and get ready for the festivities tonight.
So we are doing a virtual ofrenda for my dad, which I think is fitting and perfect because we are vloggers. So behind me, you will see we've got the candle lit up for him. I've got a really cool picture of him. I've got the marigold, and I found his favorite beer. And I don't know if it's customary for me to drink the beer with him, maybe like pour one out for the homies, but I'm gonna do that. But before I do that, I just want to say, if you're out here, Dad, if you're here with us, thank you so much for teaching me how to love. Thank you so much for showing me how beautiful the world is and that traveling is literally everything. We wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing now if it weren't for you raising me the way that you did, and I love you very, very much. I think it is okay for me to open it and drink it, because earlier when we were in the cemetery, they were drinking their deceased loved one's favorite drinks too. So
They even had a bar set up.
yeah, they
had
had a bar set up and everything. So I'm gonna open it. He gets the first one, and I'm drinking the rest of it. Salud. Well guys, that is a wrap for us tonight. We have spent a beautiful day here in Sayulita enjoying the holiday of Dia De Los Muertos. Be sure that you guys catch us next week. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time. Adios!
See ya.